Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Tiffany. In today's video, I figured I would make some chili. It is starting to get a little bit cold here in Las Vegas. Today specifically, it's like 55 degrees and windy, which is cold for us, considering it was like 85 degrees yesterday. So I figured chili would be a perfect recipe to make. Now this is a copycat recipe. I love Wendy's chili, and we haven't been able to eat out in quite some time, so I love making this at home. My family loves it. I make a big pot of it here on the stove, and we eat on it for like 2 or 3 days. And then I also make some grilled cheese to go with it, because you know, grilled cheese and chili, they kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. So if you guys want to see the recipe, then please keep watching. All right guys, first thing is the meat. So I am going to mix some ground turkey with some ground beef. Now you can do all ground beef or all ground turkey, or mix it up like I am doing. This is just all I have on hand. So I'm gonna get this going, get it browning in the pan. Alright guys, this is nearly cooked. You do want to mash it down really good and break it up into little pieces. Now if you don't have this really cool masher, I got this off of Amazon. I'll link it down below. It's awesome. I love this thing. If you don't have one of these, you can always use a fork and crumble it up, but you want to make it like pea-sized bites, so super small. Alright, so now we're going to dice up some onion to put into our pan with our ground beef. Okay, I'm going to add this onion to the beef. Okay, I'm gonna cover this and let it cook some more while we chop up the tomatoes and the celery. So you're gonna want 3 tomatoes. You can get Roma, the big honkin' beefsteak ones, any kind of tomato works. You're gonna need 3 of them. Just dice them up. Okay, and then 2 stalks of celery. I'm gonna chop that up real nice. Now we're gonna add the tomatoes and the celery to the pot. Now the rest is super simple. We're just gonna dump in all of our beans, our sauce, our green chilies, our water, and our seasoning, and then cover. So we're gonna take 2 cans of red kidney beans and their juices, 2 cans of pinto beans and their juices, and 1 29-ounce can of tomato sauce, plain. And make sure you use a Dutch oven or a big pan, because this is gonna fill up really quick. We still have 2 cups of water to add, so you wanna have room for it to bubble and boil and cook down. And then last but not least, the most important part is the diced green chilies. I got the little mini can. It is only 4 ounces. You can always do fresh green chilies, but this is what I have on hand. And I did mild green chilies. If you wanna make it more spicy, you can do medium or hot. It's completely up to you and your preferences. Now we're going to take 2 teaspoons of cumin. Looks like I have just enough in this container here. 3 tablespoons of chili powder. 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper. And 2 teaspoons of salt. Now I'm just going to eyeball the salt. I will taste it after. I don't want to add too much. You can always add salt. You can't take away salt. All right, now I'm just gonna stir it up real quick and then add our 2 cups of water. 1 cup of water, 2 cups of water. Now while it's cooking, if it looks like it needs more water, you can always add more. All right, we're gonna bring this to a boil and then reduce the heat to low, cover and simmer for 2.5 to 3 hours. All right guys, chili's been cooking for almost 3 hours. Let's open it up and see how we're doing. Looks good. Smells good too. All right, no chili would be complete without some grilled cheese. So I'm gonna get my bread here. Got the classic Wonder Bread. You use whatever brand you prefer or that you have. Got some good old salted butter, some garlic powder, and then we're gonna slice up some extra sharp cheddar cheese. Make sure your slices are fairly thin, because if you make them too thick, your grilled cheese won't cook all the way through and your bread will burn before your cheese melts. Alright, that looks to be enough. Now we're also going to shred some cheese for on top of the chili. Now I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, we do shredded cheese and sour cream. You could also do like crackers on top or sliced jalapenos, whatever you prefer. There we go. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take my butter, I melt it in the pan first, I dip my bread into the melted butter, and then assemble the grilled cheese. It just makes it a lot easier and less messy. See, now it's perfectly coated with butter. All right, so now we're gonna assemble the grilled cheeses. We got the butter on the bread, got my cheese sliced, and I got my garlic powder here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take 2 to 3 pieces of cheese per slice. So this one I didn't have enough, but I'm just gonna add some of the shredded cheese here. Works exactly the same. I think my little almost 5-year-old daughter came and snuck a piece of cheese. Didn't you? All right, next we're gonna add our garlic powder. This is completely optional, but I think it gives it an extra little something. You're gonna close each sandwich. All right, now we're gonna grill them. All right, grilled cheeses are done. Now it's time to plate up that chili. Okay, now it's time to add our toppings. I'm gonna add our grated extra sharp cheddar cheese. And then a dollop of sour cream. Now this part is completely optional, but we like sour cream in our chili. And there you have it. Looks good. So we've got our chili and our grilled cheese. They go together like peanut butter and jelly.